Hey, this is Minister Paul, Watchman on the Wall, Northern California, 9:58 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12:58 Eastern Standard Time on 4/26/2017, a Tuesday. I just fired up my computer. I want to go right into this information here. The Drudge Report is showing that Kim readies for war, and what this article says is that he's fired some missiles, and I'll get the terminology correct, rockets and torpedoes during the largest ever live fire. So they're running a live fire drill as all of our ships are there as a show of force, as we are doing a show of force with our weaponry. And I was involved in a show of force in 1983 off the coast of Nicaragua. It was an emergency show of force, and that's why I take this so seriously, so people know. We were on our way from San Diego to Hawaii on the USS Ranger in 1983. Ronald Reagan was president, George Bush was vice president, Caspar Weinberger was Secretary of Defense, and George Shultz was Secretary of State. We went over there in emergency, and man, we buzzed there. I slept in the engineering area. I slept right underneath where the jets take off and land off the flight deck, and I just heard them day and night. They never stopped flying, and they would just buzz the shores, showing our weapons, and it's very provocative. But the leader of that country never fired a single shot. I mean, and I just don't feel the same way about Kim Jong-un in Korea, that he won't fire a single shot. I think he's a maniac. But we'll see. So I've been involved in one of these, USS Ranger in 1983. And the whole entire thing was so wrong that it ended up in the international courts. Oliver North, all that stuff. So that's my story on that, and that's why I'm following this, and for also the, just warning reasons and prayer reasons. So North Korea fires all these things, 300 large caliber artillery pieces. Second day later, Donald Trump said Kim Jong-un isn't as strong as he claims. So they're bantering back and forth and saber rattling, and now shots are being fired during a drill about nuclear weapons. Because the second story is House Freedom Caucus will support amended Obamacare replacement bill. Is this nuclear attack drill held outside of Manhattan? We've been warning of this for a very long time and kind of got heat for it, and now they posted on the main day of. A lot of stuff coming in. White House weighs order I'm withdrawing from now. So here is the link to the drill, and my Holy Spirit just kicked off in me when they do mention that this is going on right now. It is today. It is involving a drill of a potential nuclear attack in the New York City area with a 10,000-ton improvised nuclear device. Now keep in mind the other article about Kim Jong-un on the same day. And it is at MetLife Stadium, and it is East Rutherford, just like in my video. And it is involving a response. But then I saw two words that really had me go to prayer, and it's Lincoln Tunnel. This drill is focusing on the Lincoln Tunnel. That's where the device goes off. So I've shown you that. I want to show you something here. A lot of people say nothing you've said ever corrected, but that just rolls off my back, because when you know something's true, it doesn't really bother you. So, Tunnel of Terror warning, Part 1, Hurricane Sandy. And then later I changed this title to Prophecy Fulfilled. So on 9/11, there's a brother named John from Oregon. We always text each other because we've been seeing 9/11 every day at the same exact time. I'll text him and he'll text me at the same exact time. We just put 9/11. It's been going on for a couple months. It's in Oregon under that dam. In 9/11, 2012, right before Sandy was about ready to batter that, or actually this might have been before it hit. I'd have to check the day it hit. I warned of something happening in that exact area. Can everybody see screen. Again, on 9/11, I made a second video a couple hours later about Tunnel of Terror warning. Tunnel of Terror. So it's Tunnel of Terror 1, Tunnel of Terror 2, both on 9/11. And then prophecy confirmed, Tunnel of Terror, New York, and travel warnings, take heed. And then I have this playlist of a nuclear attack in Chicago, and Tunnel of Terror, New York, and Minnesota, and this false flag attack on New York subways at Penn Station. Now, this was in 2015. Man, I'm telling you, this is real serious, because this one right here, why Minnesota was involved, May 4th, 2014, it was a false flag. 19 hurt in New York subway derailment. And it was Penn Station. F-line. So I'm looking at this tunnel in the Lincoln Tunnel where they're simulating. Here's a picture of everybody entering it. I wonder how jam-packed this will be. You know what I mean? I wonder how jam-packed it'll be. And whether here's that. I guess everything happened in 1937. That's what I'm finding is anything I look up is that it happened in 1937. So I wanted to look at this this tunnel. So they show it as being over here, and I don't live in the area, so I apologize. But I believe this is Port Authority also. Then they show it in the water, so I want to ask you, we have a tunnel here in Northern California. It runs from Oakland into San Francisco, and a major part of it goes under the water. I mean, that's always bothered me, it goes under the water. Is that how that tunnel works? Does it go under the water here at some point? I'm just curious why it's showing this. It appears that it does. I don't know why that bothers me, but it does, the water. JFK Kennedy Boulevard is just west of that, it appears. So I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to put links, and I want to be clear, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you one thing I will stand by is a prophecy I received on 12/1/15 about radiation in New York. A lady was running and she was screaming, "Woe unto you, New Jersey, woe unto you, New Jersey," and there was nowhere for her to run. This was 12/1/15. And radiation had been falling. There'd been a nuclear radiation leak at one of the plants there, and it had just blown up, and she was running, and there was nowhere to run. And the site that I linked, and that the corruption involving that false flag, and this prophecy I'm giving, I stand by, was in 2015. The link I used at that time was removed 3 days before Operation Gotham Shield started, which I find real troubling. It was about a radiation symbol flashing yellow, red, yellow, red. This woman running, there was radiation in the air, and calamity had begun. Major calamity had begun after the corruption event, after the event. So I'll just say God bless you, pray for this area. Like what someone says, he says, let your faith replace your fear. God bless you, sounding the alarm.